Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing another video with the Proceed with Caution palette from Shayla and Colourpop. That is the palette that I'm going to be using solely for the month of June. And I'm actually going on a little girls date with my best friend tonight. It was super impromptu and super last minute, but I was like, screw it, might as well take a chance to use my palette. So the color that I came up with, or the look that I came up with is so simple. I only used 2 eyeshadows, but I really like it. It's very like realistic, it's very easy, it's not hard to achieve, and I'm all about looks like that. Like, I don't like looks that just take too much work and time. So I don't know where the rest of my footage went, so let's just start the video. So let's get started, shall we? I already filled in my eyebrows, as you can tell. I did it nice and early. And I finally cleaned up my brows a little bit. I'm trying to let my eyebrows grow as much as possible because I am so into like this fluffy brow, natural brow thing that like the super perfect brow is just very like, I don't know, it's unappealing to me now. Like I see it and I'm just like, meh. So I'm trying not to fill them in too much, only where I actually need it. Along here, my brows are really furry, like right in the middle, and then my hair like thins out on the ends and in the front, which I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. First, going to prime my eyes with the Mercier primer, and this is in the color Wheat. I need to get some water real quick. This primer sets really fast and so matte, like you definitely don't need to set it with powder. Like it's one of those primers. So I've just been testing it out to see if I actually see a difference between like using this and using a concealer, just because I know for a long time everybody just stopped using eyeshadow primers and just went straight for concealers, and I did the same exact thing. Like I just used like my Shape Tape or whatever concealer it was that I was using. But I want to see, just because it's been such a long time since I've consistently used an actual primer, if it does something significantly better than concealer. Like when I have coffee from Black Bean, which is why you see my coffee right here, I haven't even finished it because it makes me like, it's like straight up espresso, so it gets me like woo. So we're gonna go into the Colourpop and Shayla palette. If you guys saw the original video that I did with this, I dropped the palette the first time that I used it. So all of my eyeshadows are out of order. Every single one. I don't know the names of them. They're just all out of place. And I'm scared to pop them back out, to put them back in order. So I just left them. So I'm not going to say what color it is. I'm just going to like point to it. I'm doing something a little bit more just like simple and natural. I think tomorrow I'm actually going to do a video with just this color all over the eyes. I'm really excited for that. So I'm going in with the tan shade, like that color right there, with a fluffy brush and just putting that into my crease. Like I said, I'm going to do something super simple just because the last looks I've done with it have been pretty dramatic for me anyway, just because I'm a very soft eyeshadow type of person. I like complexion a lot more than I like shadow. I'm wearing a black shirt later. I'm actually having a really random like impromptu girls night with my best friend. I think we're just gonna go out and get like a drink and sushi or something. Like we don't really get dressed up too often. Like the only times I really get dressed up is when I'm going out to dinner, or I mean that's usually all I do. Work and eat. Pretty much. Now I'm gonna take the first color, which is this white cream-y shade, and I'm just putting this right underneath my brow bone. I'm taking it with like a fluffier brush just because I don't like when the brow bone is like super bright. I'm not into that look. I know some people are, and that's cool, but I'm just not. I don't usually even highlight my brow bone. I just kind of leave it as it is, and I'm just gonna go back into the brush that I used first and just blend the two colors together. I didn't pick up any extra product though. I'm gonna take a little bit more and just, there we go. There's a window on this side, so I always feel like my makeup looks a little bit more washed out on that side. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm gonna use the copper color right there. I don't want anything too crazy or too intense. So picking that up and just brushing it all over the lid. I don't want it super intensely packed or anything like that. No cut crease, no, none of that. I just want like a nice wash of it on my lid and blending it into the crease color. And I know like we're so used to seeing the typical eyeshadow looks where everything is really precise and really like cut and sharp, but I don't know, I'm not really into that right now. I'm kind of into the whole like softer eyeshadows, more blended and blown out, like just super like realistic, not taking too much time sort of looks. I don't know if that even makes sense, but I'm picking up a little bit more of that first color that we used, and I'm just using it to blow out the shimmer shade that we just put down. I kind of want it to look like all one color, but I want the matte color in the crease. So I'm going to use the color, I don't know if that's called Gloves On, but it's like the black color in the palette, and I'm just going to use that and press that along my lash line with a really, really tiny brush. For lashes, I'm going to use these Morphe lashes that I repurchased. These are in the shade Hollywood Hills. These are like $3 and I really like them because they're nice and wispy and spiky, but they're really, really lightweight. Like they kind of feel like a wispy or a demi-wispy from Ardell. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara and then pop those lashes on, and then we'll go on to complete this face so I don't look so crazy. So guys, I was putting on my mascara really quick while I was prepping for my lashes, and I feel like I just had to come on and show you guys this freaking Kat Von D mascara. It's the only mascara that I've been using lately, and I just like, I cannot believe how it makes my lashes look. Like I don't have like long, luscious, dark, thick lashes. I just don't. It's just my hairs are very thin, and the way that it makes, like look at this eye versus this eye. Like I just cannot believe how good this mascara is. But let me carry on and put my lashes on so we could come back. So the lashes are on, and I just love these so much. Like they're so lightweight, they're really wispy and fluffy and fun, but they're not too much, they're not too heavy, they're not too thick, they're not too dark, and I'm just into it. So I'm going to prime my face with the No Poreblem primer from Touch in Sol. Since it's been so freaking hot lately, I have to keep myself more matte than normal because I have been so freaking greasy, like in my T-zone especially, my forehead, my cheeks, my chin. Like bro, I'm talking like grease ball. For foundation, I'm still using my trusty samples. I ain't got no shame in that because guess what, I don't get PR, so I'm gonna use what I have. And I'm using a sample of the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation, and this one is in the shade Tahoe. So I'm just dotting a few dots on here. This foundation, it really is like top 3, like so good. It makes you look so freaking flawless. Like I'm talking like flawless. What a surprise. My camera died in the middle of putting on my foundation, so my foundation's already blended in. Love it so much. Now I'm going in with my Jefree Star concealer. I'm so shocked at myself for buying this concealer, but one of my coworkers was like, oh my god, you have to try it, it's so good, it's so good, it's so good. I don't even know what it's called. Whatever. The Jefree Star concealer. I have the shade C16. The formula honestly reminds me exactly of the Morphe concealer, which I also repurchased. I've used this a couple times since I got it. I really like this shade C16. Since I got darker, everything is like way too light on me. So it blends like nothing. Like it blends so fast. super even, goes into the foundation so nicely. Like it takes no effort and blends right in. So yeah, I've been liking it. Reminds me a lot of the Morphe concealer though. Like it's almost suspicious how much it reminds me of it. Blends right in, it's nice and brightening. You can tell it's very hydrating underneath the eyes. It's not like a super matte formula, which I'm okay with. I'm taking a little bit of my Peach Perfect powder. I've been using this powder a lot lately because it's very matte and this weather has just been ridiculous. Like 102, 105, like super hot at night. And since I don't know if I'm gonna be inside or outside today, I wanna make sure I am nice and matte, especially in the areas that I know I get oily. I'm gonna set my face with the same powder that I have been setting my face with for like the last, I don't even know how many years. And this is in the shade number 35. My camera's already beeping that I have low battery again. I'm so bad at this. Like I always forget to charge my battery until it's too late. For bronzer, I'm gonna pick up the Hoola Caramel Bronzer from Benefit, and I'm taking my Morphe M406. It's my favorite bronzer brush, and I am just bronzing up the skin. Now that I'm a lot more tan, I like how this bronzer looks a lot more. Somebody called me an idiot since I used it when I wasn't this tan. I know it's not gonna be for my color. I still wanted to try it. Jerk. I'm taking a little bit on my nose. For blush, I'm going to take my Alamar Cosmetics palette and I'm going to dip into this color right here since my look is a little bit more like on the orangey side. For highlighter, I'm actually going to pick up the loose powder highlighter from Shayla and Colourpop. I got this a long time ago and I completely forgot about it, as I do with a lot of my makeup, and this is in the color Boomin. I'm taking a little bit, really dusting off the excess and just hitting it right on my cheekbones. It's summer, so we got a glow. I'm going to use this color as well for my inner corner highlighter, just because I don't want to use the gold that's in the palette. So I'll just use a highlight and it gives a really pretty like champagne-y gold glow on the insides. I'm just gonna spray my face with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. That setting spray smells so good. I need them to make like a perfume out of it or something. I'm taking some of that crease color that I used with the little brush and I'm just putting this on my lower lash line. Just that color. I'm not gonna make it any darker. And some mascara on the lower lashes. I'm actually going to use my Voluminous Carbon Black from Loreal. I don't like this mascara at all for my top lashes, but it's cool for my bottom because the brush is a lot smaller. Now we're going to go ahead and do the lips, and I'm going to do something super normal of me. I'm going to use the Morphe lip liner in the shade, what color is this again? Bite Me. I don't want to put too much because I want my lips to be really nude. I've been really into that lately. And I'm taking Velvet Teddy from MAC. All over. Now I want to use a gloss. I'm going to use this Morphe gloss in the shade Flower Crown. It's a really pretty nude color. All right, and that is it. I know this was super simple, but it's very realistic for me and what I'm doing today and just my life in general. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know if there's a specific look you guys want me to do with this palette and I'll be sure to film it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.